believe so.
Rolled like 6 7s in a row.
All right.
I was like, I'll put it in the fridge. So
This chair is another color. I'm switching to that one. Rocking.
Sipping.
Right. Oh, I killed the backpack.
While he's doing that, to kind of go over what happened last time, party being tasked with trying to. After they met with the sorcery, they discovered that Nazius Ven is looking for telepathic magic that is supposedly able to teleport people not across just the plane itself, but to entirely new planes. A kind of concept that's unheard of. Upon exiting the laboratory of the wizard, they discovered that they were thrust into the wilds, just short of Drozhan's clan home. Quickly, they discovered that the Rosethorns were in trouble, needed aid, and whereas a lot of people challenged the Boar Tuskers, failed, and a lot of the current residents of the Rosethorns clan were sick and needing basically the territory that the Boar Tuskers had overtaken. The party, deciding that they can lend a aiding hand, decided to take on the challenge the very next day. They were met with immediate hostility and were thrust into the pig pen, a Colosseum-like battle arena, and were forced to fight multiple nemesis, until they finally hit Borgor, an Enton that basically was their champion. Successfully, the party killed the Enton and basically told the Boar Tuskers to get the fuck out. But the grudge between Boar Tuskers and Rosethorn deepened due to the wound to pride. But as the party made their return, Trovik greeted them at the door, and that is where we left off. As you guys approached, Trovik was very joyous, his arms outstretched and boisterous laughter kind of echoing through the woods as you approach. He looks at you guys and immediately looks at Drozhan. Alive! You're all well! You did it! Did you kick them out? Did you disgrace their very names? Good.
Yeah,
He looks back to the clan that some have gathered, and he points to a couple of guards. He's like, "You, go round up a few of the collectors, gatherers, and go and make as much progress. Collect as many herbs and flowers as you can, and start making medicine. Let us heal the sick." And he goes back to Drozhan. How was it? Was it complete and utter chaos? Did they destroy the fields?
Sadly, yes. Looking back on it, we've done in the past. What we've done in the past.
Is there still herbs to collect and flowers so we can make some?
Some. We can collect some. But we need to let them.
That is fine. We have druids and such that can help aid with the mending of the damage that they have done.
And I tried reaching out to them to see if they'd us uniting the clans. Sadly enough, they turned us down.
Well, that's not surprising, seeing as we've been at basically your entire life. But you still have your mother's optimism in trying to. I commend you with that. But today is ours. We have claimed another victory over those Boar Tuskers, and we can start healing. He kind of looks to the rest of you, the party. He's like, "Please come, sit, relax. You've done us a great service, and again, another feast and revelry will take place, as you have done well. You have done us a tremendous service, and I, current clan leader of the Rosethorns, welcome you into our midst. If you ever find yourselves up north of the 10th district in our part of the woods. He's like, and you, the work that you've recently done capturing the goblin, and this, there's a term for it, and I completely forgot what it was. Yes, that's it. You are proven. Should you need aid when we have healthier people, I may be able to spare a few. What that means, and like Jacob said, in the Guildmaster's group guide, you are now renowned 3 in your guild, which is proven. And so the chieftain, Trovic, can basically choose to send 1d4 anarchs to you on particular stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
And he deems it appropriate.
Okay.
So, but you're not going to get that right now, seeing as looking around, your clan is smaller and a lot of people are sick. So whoever is able is going to probably protect until they get to a healthier state again.
Yeah.
So, but you have that ability. So I would write it down for your own knowledge. So if you think of it later. But, so he ushers you in. You can see a few people have already gathered since Trovic already demanded, and they're kind of hustling out, some carrying baskets, some carrying woven backpacks and such, and just anything to kind of gather as many resources as they possibly can so that they can start producing medicine. As he kind of welcomes you back, he slaps Bablish. He's like, did your, what the hell did that thing do? That whatchamadig? Did it do what you needed it to?
It kind of blew up. But it kind of blew up.
Well, you are all alive, so I guess it did. It blew up at the right people, right?
Worked out pretty well. I didn't even get hurt.
Good. I like it. And then he kind of has a moment. He's like, wait, that could have blown up at any fucking time. Could have hurt him, but he was like, whatever.
Like, oh yeah, it was a bomb this whole time. It was a bomb.
Like, oh. Okay.
Gave it a good kick and bam! Pieces went everywhere.
Well, the fact of the matter is that you were able to make it explode at the right time for you, and not when I did it, when I was right next to the damn thing. Pretty good. So, but
Considering we didn't know it was a bomb until could have gone a lot worse.
yes. But we are good. Then he kind of whistles over at a couple of people that are that obviously it was morning hunt that they've gotten a couple of pigs and a few other various animals. Some skinned and butchered already, some in the process of it. He's like, prepare a meal at once. We need to celebrate these kind of looks. He's like, looks around to all of you. What do you call yourselves? He looks at Jocelyn. He's like, any good story has a great name for the heroes, the adventurers.
You calling us out right now?
But
We're called the Bing Bang Boom Squad.
Bing Bang Boom Squad?
Something.
Yeah.
I like it.
Trying to stop a weapon, that's boom.
Oh.
And he
Bing
gets
Bang
it. Yeah,
Boom.
he gets it. Yeah.
Damn. That's a pretty bad weapon.
Everyone else is like the crowd's just like, yeah.
So, Bing Bang Boom Squad, please regale us with your tale. What happened? What was it like? Did you almost die?
Actually, yes. Yeah. A couple of us almost. Actually, yeah, a couple of us.
Well, go on, and you can see a couple of the kids have gathered around. And as soon as you guys, Trigori, and a couple of kids came up and gave you a swat again on the legs and calves as you walked past the gate. But hearing kind of like the big bang boom squad, they all stop and kind of look at you. And Trovek is like, I've told many a story, and kind of sits down on the ground. Your turn.
So, begins with me meeting up with these fools to capture this goblin or mob boss.
So you go through this tale up until past the pig pen, and Trovek has years to tell stories, and you've gained a little bit, but some of the points you can see you've lost people. And some of the details he's greatly exaggerated, at least to make himself look a little more...
The dangling rope.
Yeah, like a little more
Perfect.
badass.
It worked perfectly. Bablish.
Bablish just mutters at that part because it's like, no, bullshit.
While he's regaling them, can I pull out my book and read?
Yeah, it'll take about 15 minutes off of it, but
Well, that works for me. 15 minutes.
but as you can see, as you get to the end and you tell the story of the pig pen, and everybody's like, wow, you killed Borgor. And Trovek is just like, that's my boy! And he beats his thud comes from it, and a lot of people laugh. And at this time, they've gotten a big bonfire kind of, and you can get the smell of sizzling meat wafting the air. Some people have started to make their way back with, as not bountiful bundles, mind you, but enough to get the process started in making medicine for the people. And you can see that a lot of the people are very thankful. Some come up and thank you, and various members, some begrudgingly to Trigori, some just kind of nod after they get through the line and leave it at that. A couple of the kids just whack, keep once you entered back in Koilat, a lot of the some of the males, alpha males, started to do their pose thing and were kind of surrounding you a little bit, like, oh, you were so magnificent, like you were amazing, and tried to butter you up, and you're just like, some are not very, like, you're hot. Bablish, you kind of like, some people like try to grasp your hand, and every time squeezing the life out of your firearm. Yeah, exactly. Just every time, like you're pretty sure you're getting more beat up here than you did in the pig pen.
That would be accurate.
I don't know if I like this. They kind of, some of the kids are kind of.
I'll just be reading my book, and if I'll ignore the adults, but when a kid comes by, I'll just grab my crossbow and just shoot at something. Not at people, but like a tree or something.
Some are like, whoa, and some are just transfixed with gold and shininess that are peeking out through your robes. But you guys sit down and have a meal, and it's not most seasons, it's not some of the finer things that you're accustomed to. It's home cooked meal, and you love it. Some of you, the rest of you, are like, this could use a little culinary touch up, but it's a nice experience.
It's probably food.
It's food. It's a little bit more cooked than the previous meal, but yeah, everybody is very thankful for the service you did, and like I said, some of the druids and medicine healers started making little medicine and distributing it out to the most like worst cases, and people keep coming back, not with great bundles, but everything kind of settles down, and after everybody's meal, kind of day continues on, and Trovek comes over and he's like, well, I appreciate your help, son. It's good to see that you're becoming a strong Minotaur and no longer a Catholic, coming into your own right. You're doing well, and you're going to prove that this clan you'll be a good chieftain for it.
Yep.
But what now? What does the Bing Bang Boom Squad plan to do? Are you going to continue your hunt for this Nazis Den?
Yep.
Yep. Need to find out what he's up to.
Well, remember, if he's is like this little spit fucking he nods to Bablish, you can easily kill him. No problem. But be careful. Don't overstep your boundaries. Don't be taking on any worms.
Worms.
But if there's anything else that I can do for you, let me know.
I'm gonna stay here for a moment.
Yes, of course. I would hope so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll finish my book.
Okay.
Proficient. Do you want this back?
So you're proficient with
Tools.
all right, so you guys got back around about 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's still some stuff that you can do if you wanted to. But the day is yours. Ikshaw finishes up his book. Is there anything else that you want to do? Ikshaw?
No, me? No.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, you finished. Cool.
But is there anything else that you want within this, or
Does anyone look like they've got crossbow bolts for sale?
crossbow bolts? It's a lot of bow and arrow. So
Nope.
Yeah, I guess I'll just relax.
you just chill. Jaws, you just chill.
Yeah.
Talk with people, stuff like that. All right, Chigori, is there anything that you would like to do in this Girl Clan?
Nope, not unless someone knows anything about a serpentine owl. But I'm guessing, I'm taking that back home with me.
You pop it up and you ask around if anybody happens to know. A lot of people think like that's a pretty cool fucking carving of an owl, but other than that, they're just like, it's a nice rock.
Cool.
Bablish, is there anything that you want to do?
I gotta go put that machine back on my back because we gotta give that shit back.
So as you go to look for that machine, it's not where you placed it. You have a pretty keen mind of where you placed it. You know that people have fucked with it.
Ah!
Around, there's like tips of broken sticks on it. There's a few dents and dings within it.
Piss.
It's not bad. But you can definitely tell like while you were away, people came in, fucked with the device.
Damn it. I knew it.
So,
All right, well, I'm gonna load up.
alrighty. Corlette, is there anything that you want to do?
Not really. I don't know what to do in this town, so I'm good.
Okay. As you kind of traipse around, I should have added, but as you traipse around, kind of looking, you do notice within, not greatly, but just outside the perimeter, a boar kind of scampers by. I think that is a small enough CR for you. That's not the right one. But you should be able to turn into a boar now.
Sweet.
Should it meet the requirements? 219. CR 1/4, yep. Yeah, so you're good. You can turn into a boar now.
All right.
Just adding to your repertoire of stuff. It's kind of nice being.
Did you already put the four on the list?
I don't believe so.
No, that one's not on here. Okay, cool.
So it's a CR 1/4,
Okay.
page 319.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the CR was on this.
It's just basically their rating.
Oh, okay.
So right now, because of your wild shape, because of your druid, your like battle wild shape, you can go up to CR1.
Okay, cool.
So that way, it gives you a better understanding of like what's decent at what, and like what will. If you chose to choose a cat, which is a CR0, it basically has very little hit points. If you get hit, it basically will do a ton of damage. Eliminating the cat form and carry over for whatever reason. So it's just so you are aware. Like, if you're going to turn into this thing, this is the possible danger you're going to put yourself into.
Ooh,
So,
there's a boar.
but the night carries through. Again, there's not as big. There's a bigger celebration that night. And Trova kind of takes your story and spins it a little differently. Makes it a lot more epic. And some of the details that you didn't include, he kind of made up and obviously made you the supreme victor, and Trigori kind of this sniveling baby in his story.
Oh,
Makes
But
sense.
he does it with like a quirky smile, like it's supposed to be like teasing, but he was mean in going into the details. So, but you guys eat well. There's plenty of this time. There's a huge assortment of meats, veggies, fruits, a lot of sweet nectary alcoholic drink that is it's like moonshine almost, made from what they can. It's got a little bit of a pretty damn strong bite to it. After each sip, you're just like, woo!
a
But
very natural flavor.
yes, you guys. I need everybody to make a Constitution save real quick,
No.
just to see and liquor.
Oh,
No. Got a 3.
I got 6. Oh, you're really fucked.
I'm
I got a
just
3.
reading.
All right.
I got an
3.
8.
None of you can hold it down. You take like a sip, swallow it, and immediately comes back up. It's like Everclear sort of stuff.
Oh god.
They're just like, "Whoa."
Oh my god.
Like even you like it's a hit or miss for you, but
Spike gas.
exactly. But the fire burns wildly. Everybody celebrates, and it is you go to bed peacefully. Everybody recovers all their hit points. Everybody gets all their spell slots back and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Rest. So, you find yourself drift into a peaceful slumber. Draws on you have a memorable dream of. You have like that fever dream of barbarian sort of style where you've got bigger bulging muscles. You've got women kind of flocking to you, and you just are fighting dragons and all this stuff, and you're just having this epic adventure, and you're just like draws hard.
Love it.
Night is quiet, calming, wind kind of swaying. Next morning, it's not as clear. There's a little bit of clouds coming from the south that's basically overshadowing the majority of the city. You guys are on the fringes of it. From your distance, like you're getting just bits, but you can definitely cast from where you're at. You know that going south back into the 10th district is going to be it looks like it's going to be chilly, as there seems to be a bit of downpour.
All right.
So, what do you guys do now?
Where are we supposed to even go next?
Is
I
everybody-
don't know. I've kind of lost track of the main.
You're like in the wilds, way up. Yeah,
So I know-
it basically
And then we couldn't. What's the state?
you
As you stand up a month ago.
know
Yeah.
that coming down, you'll basically enter Selesnya territory first, and then go into the main portion of the rest of the town. You're still in the 10th district, or at what you can assume as, because you're in the rest to the north. So,
To the south.
you guys go south, back into the city of it.
Yeah, I guess we at least have to return this machine on my back.
Oh yeah, we have to do that.
This is a good place to start.
We also
It's-
need to find out about teleportation magic again.
Yep.
It's been about 3 days since you originally took that device, Bablish. 4 now. So,
How long did you have to return it?
Didn't we have a week or something?
yes, you had a week.
Oh, we should go and return that now then. Just be on the safe side. You guys want to use it for something, but
No.
Turn it into a bomb.
Yeah.
let's
And-
not turn it into a bomb.
Look
And
at that.
noticed that morning, just because of the overcast, you see the device kind of emanating a little electricity from it. It's not
Copy.
here or anything, but you're just like, you take a breath because you're like, God damn it, this is gonna be a long walk, and I don't. This is gonna zap me.
Yup. Just accept my fate.
You still have your ponytail.
Yeah, no,
Oh, my rat tail is gone.
it'll be gone at noon. Essentially.
All right.
But yeah, it is gross.
Gross.
So, Jawson kind of quick says goodbye to you, Jawson, and he celebrates. He extends his hand out, and you slap it and do the clusping, and then him butt heads again. It's not. This one's a little softer. Trovik is very proud. He's like, well, boom bangs, bing bang boom squad. May the raised boar watch over you. You raise the loudest of hells. And keep safe. Thank you again. It means a lot. And it draws on. When we're better, if you should need it, I will send aid. So,
Nice.
but you guys make your way south, and it takes you about a couple of hours. Jawson kind of he hops through. It takes you a little bit, especially with Bablish, kind of making sure that the device doesn't get dinged or anything more than it already has. It
Yeah.
adds time, obviously, Jawson, because you walk this. You know you can go at a brisker pace, but Bablish is, because of the dents and dings and the amount involved with this device, he is hoping to God that nothing else happens to it.
Pretty sure it slows my movement too, so like it's just gonna take extra time anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's heavy for you, I should say.
Yeah.
But after about 2 hours, and you can see the overcast it's going east from you. So it's keeping a long wall of just kind of stuff. So as you get in, it was a light rain, light drizzle, and then you've gotten a little bit, and it's a little bit heavy. But as you get to the outbreaks where the rubble pelts kind of stop being so wild, and there's still some abandoned buildings and some overgrowth, but it's not nearly as bad as the rose thorns live. You start to recognize there is structure. More quote unquote civilized people are kind of out and about. Simple Selesnians kind of maintaining. And you emerge. You were just north of the outer rim of the Selesnia enclave. Where the hell is my map? Precinct 6, not 5, please 3. Yes. So yeah, you're just on the cusp of precinct 3.
Okay.
But you're now back into civilized society of the 10th district.
Cool.
Sweet.
So you guys are going back to Cave-In to deliver the device.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably fast.
All right. So you get into town around. You left about 9. Kind of making sure that you gathered all your things. Took you 2 hours, so you get into about 11:10. It'll take you another couple hours from where you're at to get to I think it's precinct 5. Precinct 4. Yeah. So to get to where Kevin's last, it's about an hour and a half. And you feel a little bit more confident. Like, though your speed is so slow due to the light balance, you're not watching out for every rock. Yeah, a little bit. Bill doesn't have a face. He just has a half a face peeking. And just, what? It's not gonna help anything. Well, it.
Can you hear us okay?
You guys are robots, but you guys are getting better.
Okay. It sounds a little bit better from our
There
end.
we go.
Yeah, the sound is there. The video is gone now. But if you want to go with the story, hopefully the video catches up.
All right. So, but it takes you about an hour and a half to get to the precinct 4 to deliver the device. And as you approach, you can see a lot of people are kind of cloaks up. Some have a umbrella-like apparatus, kind of shielding them from the rain. Not a lot of people are out and about, though. There's not to when it's like sunny and allowing for regular business. But you can see that because of the pressure in the sky, you see a lot more lightning bolts kind of sparking from the guild hall itself, just due to the weather. And Bablish, you're inconsistently getting zapped, and at this point, you're getting pretty irritated. It's been zapping for a good 3.5 hours, and it keeps like. At first, it catch the rat tail and it sent it up into the base of your skull, and you're just like, that's fucking weird. Like,
Like, wow, that is the worst.
yeah. But now because as you walk, you notice the rat tail just kind of fall off.
Oh, just
Yeah, like you just feel it like kind of crumble away, and you're just like, cool. Now there's no lightning bolt that kind of grounds it all. It's just poking you all over the back of the head inconsistently.
who would have thought the rat tail would have come in handy?
So,
Who would have thought?
but
No one. No one. A rat tail never comes in handy.
so you guys make your way back up to the lab, and you find the entrance again to the rickety little bridge that's still there, and it is higher up. You can see that the wind is having its way with the little bridge, as it just kind of all of a sudden a big gust goes. Whoo! You watch the entire bridge kind of go with it. It's not like a little gap; it is way out there. Like, oh, cool, fun.
Lovely.
What'd you say?
Lovely.
So, who's making the first trek?
I guess I'll go.
All right. So,
All right.
well, with the device on your back and you having to kind of duck down to make sure it doesn't ding, you take your first few steps and you're going. You're like, all right, this isn't too bad. And then a big gust of wind pushes and you have to grab up to the side, holding on. And you're just like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. Bella's just screaming. You guys are just watching. He's just kind of helpless sitting in the middle with the nest of ice.
Can I grab the edge of the bridge and try to stabilize it a little?
Yeah, make it a strength check.
Whoa, that one weird. Natural 20.
Oh,
You are fighting the forces of nature high up. You grab it. You pull it back a few inches, but where Bablish is at, your control doesn't extend that far. But
Waste of a natural.
the wind dies down, And Bablish, you kind of, with a little brisker pace, hustle across, and you're met with that big ass heavy door.
Jeez. Okay. Let's open it up. Or, oh, no, we have to knock. I gotta. Someone to make a fuss.
All right. So you start banging on the door.
Yeah.
And you hear a familiar click, 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 clack come from it, but lower. It's the goblin that was in there, and he you watch the little side, basically at your crotch level, a little cylinder opens up, and you can see just little goblin eyes peeking up. Yes? What do you want?
Like, oh, hi. It's Cavan. I have a device to return.
And he kind of slams it shut. You can faintly hear, Cavan, you have a device? You hear, suddenly there's a bunch of click, click, clacks. And the big ass wheel opens up, and it opens inward, and you can kind of see the goblin is struggling a little bit to pull the big ass heavy door by himself, but you open it up, and you can see the inside just kind of in a frantic state of electricity. Things are very red, like metal is very red, as if constantly hit and struck. Stages are going a little wild, a lot more wilder due to the weather. You can see people kind of, there's about 2 more people inside the lab since you last visited, probably due to the weather, and they're like, yes, we need research. So they're kind of scrambling around, going back and forth, scribbling as fast as they can. You see Caven kind of not even paying attention. He's just watching a couple of the rods. Waiting. They get struck with lightning. He kind of quickly scribbles, and then he turns back up and looks. Waits. Lightning strikes, and he scribbles again.
Well, this seems perfect. Timing to drop off. I'm gonna come up next and be like, hey, I got a machine here for you. I'm just gonna leave her right over here on the table.
Jaden's like, oh, good. Does it work?
Worked well. I got plenty of notes. I took notes. I drop off some notes. Like legit, I actually took notes, and I'm gonna leave him some notes and be like, "Yeah, we're great. Thanks for your help. We're free. Like, let's meet up sometime." You seem a little busy right now.
Absolutely.
Wait, shit. Do we need his help?
Search moment.
But do we actually need his help? Can he help us anymore?
You're by yourself. Nobody came across with you.
Sweet. Leaving.
You're leaving. All right. So yeah, Caven is like, he kind of does a quick once over, and he's like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't notice the dings are dense within it.
Well, yeah. It's good to see you.
He's more occupied. So he's like, all right, bye. Be careful. And as soon as you exit, the door slams behind and back up. So it's locked up.
That's gonna suck later. We're gonna worry about it later. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the group. Probably scream.
All right. As you get halfway, check.
Mm-hmm. Say that again.
Make a strength check.
Yeah. It's 2.
As Bablish is starting to carefully walk across, his foot slips just as the wind picks up, and he falls through one of the gaps.
Oh.
Holding on to one of the steps as it goes the other way. First entered. He is screaming wildly, just kind of flailing in the wind. Need you to make a dexterity check.
I was having such a good casual time, not even.
And
Nice.
Bablish, while you were in there, from what you noticed,
Oh my god. Oh, 1.
you don't even get it. You don't even get past. Hold on. Okay. So, Bablish, while you were in there, you noticed that the lab swayed a pretty decent amount. Just like, this is good. But now you're holding on to this step. Drawson, you go to help Bablish, and in rush, completely missed it. The gap in between basically the first step of the bridge and in between the building itself, and you are now in between that gap holding on.
How long is the bridge?
Bablish is about 10 feet out.
10 feet from us.
Yeah.
I'll use my grappling hook with toss the grappling hook to Bablish and be like, both you grab on.
Make an athletics check.
Athletics check. 8. Makes
To
it
get
8
it.
feet.
Yeah, basically, it hits the step like 2 steps in front of where Bablish is at. You can reach it, but it'll be really risky.
I'm not going out
Can
there.
I run out?
All
A
right.
little excitement here.
Can I, do you think a riding horse would be good? Because then you guys can grab on my tail and I can pull you.
Honestly, man, this is a bridge. I can't believe this is going so poorly. I'm gonna reach for it. Yeet.
Oh.
Grab it. Make a dexterity check.
The 2.
2. You.
Guys, I'm gonna die on this bridge.
The wind dies down a little, just enough. The bridge is swaying because of all the commotion now going on with it. And you go to grab the grappling hook, you miss it, but re-grab the step. The bridge isn't wild anymore, so you can pull yourselves up. You guys can pull yourself up just fine.
17.
Yeah, you get back up and you're back in the building. Bablish, make a strength check.
God damn it. God.
That's a 17.
You are fucking wild. You're like, oh shit! Pull yourself up and rush. You don't even fucking care. There's a few, you basically stumble into Drawson just as he backs up into the building and poof.
Wind up the grappling.
But you guys
I got a pit full of monsters and I can't cross a bridge.
a windy bridge. So, but as you guys make your way down from Caven's lab, just on the precipice, just on the exterior, you get back into the weather, and there's a little bit of it's one of those moments where the heavy rain has kind of separated on either side of this particular area, but there's still a little bit of drizzle coming through. Just as you step out, indentured spirit exists, suddenly appears kind of in front of you and points westward towards precinct 2.
What?
It is, brandishing the identifier of a.
I'll be like, well, guys, I have to go. You can come with me if you want. If you have an idea of where we can do some research on teleportation, go there. Otherwise, I add Apollion's, I guess. But yeah, okay. What was that? It wasn't an inn that we stayed at in Selesnya, was it? It was like an extra home thing.
Yeah, it was basically so.
Oh, we can
first
just meet it. Yeah, we'll just meet it. If we can't find each other, we'll just meet at your house.
Okay.
And I'll start to walk. If you want to follow me, you can. If not,
Do we know?
I was going to ask you, do you know anything more about teleportation?
No.
Do
That's
you
all we
know of
got.
anyone in town who might know more teleportation?
That's all we got.
Do you know where the library is? So we could research teleportation.
Do I know where the library is?
Yeah, you know the university, but Ikshar does point out that Apollyon may have some knowledge.
Oh,
Then let's go there.
it's fine. We just follow you.
Yeah, we'll follow you.
Well,
We ain't got nothing, so at least the spirit pointing in a direction is a direction.
Yep.
How long of a walk till Apollyon?
This will be an
An hour?
yeah.
The nightclub.
Go straight there.
All right. So you arrived at lab. It was 11:10 when you got into Selesnya. Took you an hour and a half. So 12:40. It takes you another hour. So about 2, just because of the weather and such like that. But you're no longer lugging around this big expensive device or getting zapped or anything.
Hell yeah.
Get to Apollyon's. You kind of the spirit, as soon as you started walking, kind of appeared, but would reappear every so often, kind of making sure that you knew that it was watching you.
Yeah.
You're going to where you need to be.
Is there directly on the route? Is there any place that would sell crossbow bolts that I know of? I'm running a little low. That I can just pop in and be like, "Give me some crossbow bolts."
Make an investigation check.
Oh, my favorite, 15.
Yeah, there's a couple of shops that you pass on the way.
I'll just next time the spirit pops up, I'll just be like, 1 second. I run in. I need 18 crossbow bolts, quick.
All right, that'll be 2 silver or 2 gold.
I'm done. I buy 18 bolts.
All right, so, yeah, you grab that, fill up, and keep heading on your way.
2 gold.
Yeah, trying to incorporate silver and copper, and so
Oh, that's a
I'm
lot
still
of
trying to
crossbow.
do, but
And keep going.
yeah, you guys go. You get to Apollyon's, and the big dickish giant is still outside in space. Clearly not visible behind the metal helmet that he wears.
Just hold up my Orzhov insignia and be like, I've been summoned. I'll just walk back.
And he's before you he's Apollyon's sleeping right now. You
Fuck
know
him. He
better.
summoned me. Damn it.
You will wait.
Well, how long does he sleep for?
It'll be a couple more hours.
We have a couple hours. Let's go do something for a couple hours.
Is there a bar?
Nightclub.
There's
Is there a bar?
bars here.
We go to a different bar, not the bar, not just the different bar.
Yeah,
different
nightclub.
bar.
The
Kind of above our
bars
Yeah,
here are
you
gonna
say.
be expensive, especially because
Oh god, it's the rat. Oh god,
It's
the
precinct
district.
2.
Oh,
yeah, this is where the higher ends go.
Oh god, what have I done?
So you can. You're welcome to do it, but just be aware. This is tidy.
Numgirl.
I don't think you're. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys doing for a couple hours? Are you guys gonna stay together? Are you gonna?
I mean, probably stick together because I have no current need for supplies.
I don't either. I guess I could get more weapons. The fact that I transformed it into an animal is my weapon, so I don't really want more.
I would like some kind of weapon.
There you go.
Let's go shop for some weapons.
Shop.
Magic stuff. Do we know of any magical shops around here?
You do. I know this area fairly well, though you don't highly recommend it just because it is more expensive. You can try and find
Somewhere
decent.
on a budget, yeah.
Yeah. I would say you'd have to go back to precinct 4, as that's where a lot of people are at. More likely to have magical items available that are at a decent price.
Starting to lose. Let's go there. It's another hour or so back.
Yeah.
Fuck. We'll be able to.
But so yeah, you arrive, get told that he's sleeping at the moment, but you go back to precinct 4, precinct 3 to find some weapons. Need you guys make whoever's looking, I should say, make an investigation check.
Looking for what? Just
What-
looking? Like we're all looking.
Shops you're looking for.
I'm
Bam!
not shopping.
No.
17.
8. Suck.
Is it just Iksha and Jawson looking for weapon shops?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a 10, so I
Okay.
didn't do too well.
Well, 19 minus 1.
Yeah, so Iksha, after kind of gathering notes, Iksha kind of brings back the most promising of magical shop within the area that's decent price and has a decent selection available.
Looking for a glaive, a hand crossbow, or some bolts.
Okay, so you go into the shop and they've got a various smattering of some stuff. You see a few potions in the back. You see a wall of different bows. Very few crossbows, but a selection of arrows and bolts. Glaives, no, but they do have long swords, rapiers, axes. There are some next to the potions are a couple wands that are right next to each other. So
Maybe we get a wand of lightning bolts again.
no, I've learned that ain't gonna happen.
The lightning bolt, come on.
I don't have my double damage cleric yet. Come on.
It was pretty tight.
One can of level 3 with access to 9th level spell.
A lot, apparently, that I didn't realize.
It was only like, what, 60 damage we dealt? Come on.
It was gonna be 120 had he failed his fucking save.
It was pretty close.
So, but anyway, so there's the shop is hard. It doesn't have. You guys are basically perusers at the current moment. There's no shopkeep currently at the desk.
Okay.
A bell.
There was a little chime when you guys entered.
I'll look at the or you said they were just bows, crossbows.
There's honestly your one crossbow that you have, that you didn't fix yet. By the way,
It was the thingy.
oh yeah, right. But you still haven't fixed it yet.
Mm.
So, that's honestly nicer in comparison. You kind of try. You're like
Nothing better than the
Yeah.
How about bolts? Any crossbow bolts that might do special things?
Define special.
Some that explode, poisoned,
Catch fire.
bonus to hit.
Poisoned.
Make an investigation check on the bolt.
Yeah! Whoa! 12, so 11.
11. It's you're more prone to like not even looking at the bolts. You just are like, these look like regular bolts. Nothing that really stands out. Nothing that has like a flair to it.
But do they sell bolts?
Yeah, regular from your investigation, regular bolts.
I'll go up to the counter and be like, hey, I have questions.
There's a muffler. One sec. And it's very quiet. And a little bit of rustling. Kind of curtain pulls open. You see a human girl. She's got brown hair, a little darker skin, but you can still see a little bit of freckles on her face. Very blue eyes. Wearing isn't attire. Relatively simple, and it's got blues and reds on it, but no apparatus, no goggles or anything like that that are at least anything that bothers. Yes, how may I help you?
I take out the offhand crossbow. Be like, I either need something to upgrade this enchant. First off, do you enchant your own stuff, or do you just get the second hand and sell it?
Sorry, right now I'm just a middleman. I sell the products. So.
Do you sell any crossbow bolts that do anything more than just poke people and kill them?
Well, I would hope that you're not killing people.
Only
But
those who need killing.
look you up and down or something. All right.
The glaive probably still got blood on it from the engine.
A little bit, yeah. Kind of looks like, well, is there anything in particular that you're kind of looking for?
Anything that does more than these. Shoot and stab.
Well, let me go check in the back. And she kind of opens the curtain. You can hear a little bit of rustling. Like heavy boxes kind of being moved and something falls back there.
Do I see? Is there like a case of anything that has like bracers or gloves, boots, or anything in it?
Not that. You can see behind that there is an assortment of various magical potions kind of behind a glass case. To the right hand side is a couple of wands that are kind of tucked away. So, but she comes out and she's got a couple of bolts. She's like, well, what I have right now are 3 poison bolts. And you're a very you can see looking at the bolts. There's the head of it has got a metal point, but there's a glass body and the rest of the wooden bolt. Well, that's currently empty. You'd have to obviously supply the. But she takes one out. She's
Any
like,
liquid, I'll take them.
she'll point out. Well, what you do is you take your liquids, preferably poison, if that's what you're looking for, and undo the cap, pour it in, undo it, shoot it at it, and it'll go deep, impact, and shatter within the target.
Okay, I'll take. And do you sell any poisons or lethal liquids?
Toxins.
Toxins? Depends on what you define as poison.
Well, something that I could put in a crossbow bolt, shoot at someone, and it goes in and kills them.
Very specific.
Right to the point. Was that a pun?
Nailed it.
If it was.
She kind of looks back at the wall of potion, the vials, I should say. She's like, opens it up and kind of she has to get on her tiptoes. She's taller. She's she's about as tall as Chidori at 5 foot. She has to get on her tippy toes and barely does that finger thing where it's just out of reach and finally grabs it, pulls it. She's like, well, I do have a poison of giant spider venom. Should you want that? If injected, causes a victim to seize out.
I'll take the 3 bolts and that poison. How many does it look like in 2?
The poison itself, you're gonna definitely. You could fill all 3, but you'll have like half poison left for that.
Half a dose or something?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's
You
got
could just give me crossbow bolts.
Yeah, but I'll take it. All 3 bolts in the poison.
So the bolts are a little more special. They're cool, 2 gold pieces per, just because of their design. The venom is a little harder to come by. That's going.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you take trade? I don't have anything to trade. All right, I'll do it. 56 gold.
Hand over the gold. She hands over the thing. So you have 3 empty poison or glass bolts, and then a vial of giant spider venom.
All right.
So for the poison, because the bolts are glass at the tip, -1 to hit.
Okay.
The poison is a Constitution saving throw of a DC 14.
Venom DC 14.
Yep.
Con save.
Mm-hmm. Or the target takes 1d6 poison.
I will just right here fill those bolts.
Yeah. Okay. She, as you start to uncap, she's like, you wouldn't mind not in my establishment, please.
I'll step literally out the door. Well, it's shit. I'll wait.
All right.
I'll do it as soon as I have a chance. So.
So you kind of a little bit pocket the stuff, but good. Is anybody else? Chigori, you said you were looking at for weapons.
There,
What?
I want to look at her rapiers, whatever she has in stock, if anything.
I was going to ask about potions, but I'll let Trugor do his thing.
Okay. So you grab your stuff and you go to outside and you realize it. You go back to ask
I
her.
get like 2.
Yeah, you go back and you see Drugori she's made her way to Drugori, who's kind of there's currently 3 on the wall. There's a couple that are about the same level. There's definitely one that's a little bit better than the one you have equipped.
How much is that one? Can I ask her that?
Yeah, you point to it. And
The middle one.
Well, that's a finer quality metal and a little more well-known blacksmith seems to be forging those. So let me rapier. So it is for that one. 75 gold.
Ooh, that seems pretty expensive.
It's
Can
fine quality.
How about this? I'll make you a deal. I'll trade in my rapier for that one. Give you 50 gold on top. Can I try to persuade her to take that deal?
Make a persuasion check.
26.
What?
26. Well, I have a persuasion +7 because I have an expertise in persuasion.
Oh God, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, you got fucking bards and crows. And you take out your rapier and you kind of you've kept it in clean condition at least, and so whip it out and kind of show your mastery of it and lay it down. And she kind of grabs it, looks over it, inspects it a little bit. I'd be willing to make a trade with on top of 50 gold.
Deal. I'll take it then.
Alrighty, so she
Thank
goes
you
over.
for doing business.
Basically, the that Drawson or Ikshaw just handed her, she kind of needs to pay you, and you take the rapier, and she kind of takes your rapier.
Wait, he got 50 gold out of it?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
His
I thought it was the other way around.
Or no, you paid her 50, right?
Yeah.
I
I
was
paid
that
her
gonna
was
50.
say,
like-
holy
I was
crap!
just like, whoa, wow.
Basic
Less than you pay me.
better rapier and
I was going to say, if you have that much persuasion, that's what I would have done. I've been like, hey, this sword, give me 50 and then give me that
So
sword.
that was
I can just see shots being like, what the
I think they're like.
So your rapier, you can basically keep the same stats. It's a +1 to hit on attack rolls you make with it.
Okay.
And then it's a 1d8 +1.
Cool.
Nothing that's like, it's not like you're gonna summon a lightning from it, but something that's a little bit better.
That works for me.
Speaking of summoning the lightning, I want to look at the month.
Your base Bablish is just basically on top of the counter, kind of looking over to see what he can see. And as she comes out with no rapier in hand, she's kind of put it in the back. She looks over and she's like, "Yes, how may I help you?"
I'm like, tell me about the ones.
Well, is there one that kind of catches your eye?
Any of them that look like they do fire or lightning?
Make an investigation check.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're real good at this.
I guess that's not the worst. 12?
So the ones that you inspected a while ago, these ones are not nearly as fine detailed. They're not like pulsating magical energy, like those. But one definitely has a little bit of dull orange glow to it. It looks like a tree branch with some of the bark kind of stripped. At the tip of it is a little bit charred, and you can kind of see like they said, that dull orange at the tip of it, with orange gem sitting in kind of the handle.
I'm gonna be like that one right there.
And this one right here, she goes and pulls out, opens the case and pulls out the wand. She kind of lays it down on this rag. Hold on, I want to make sure that I don't overdo this. Because,
Just in case.
yeah.
One. Yeah.
Fuck, no.
The bad news is the meteor is mine.
Yeah, it's a random part.
Hold on.
That would
You're done. You're done.
I feel the spell.
Okay.
20d6 and 20d6.
So, she's like, this is a wand of Flame Blade. You can use one of your quick action to summon a fiery scimitar-like blade in the palm of your hand. But should you let go, the scimitar disappears.
How much?
For this item, about 150 gold.
Can I step in and be like, whoa, you're gonna rob my man like that?
Oh, though we have wondrous inventions, we have to make sure that these particular items are a little trickier to come by. I'm just a humble shop owner that is trying to make a profit off of what I can. She's kind of
Yes, that's fair.
a little bit, goes a little like googly-eyed with it, kind of playing she's a small woman in her shop trying to fend for herself in this world.
150 for a wand? That's a lot better than 700. I think I'm
You what?
I'll take it.
Take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So she like, well, that'll be 150 gold, please.
Take it.
Yeah, you give her the gold, and she kind of quickly does. She switches from that like sweet innocent shop owner to one that's a veteran, and she kind of takes your gold that's in disarray, the stacks, and like da 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 da. We're good. Hands it off and kind of wraps up the wand in the rag she had laying on.
Great.
So the wand itself. Are you ready for this?
Almost. All right, tell me about this wand.
Okay. So, as a bonus action, if you have the wand equipped, you press down the gem within the handle. It'll summon a flame-like scimitar in your hand, single-handed. And the blade is purely fire. Okay. If you drop the wand while the flame is while it's going, it's got a single charge. It lasts for 10 minutes. If you let go of the wand for whatever reason, it uses that charge and the blade disappears until the next day, and it'll recharge every day.
Okay.
Basically it casts a level 2 flame blade.
Level 2 flame blade. All right.
So that's on page 242 of the player's handbook.
Page 242. Player's handbook. All right, let me pull that up.
And it lasts for 10 minutes.
All right. Dope. That does it for me.
Okay, I'll go back up to the counter. Any potions are labeled, or are they just
all blank. She knows she's wised up not to put labels on just because if people try and take it, they choose what they want. She doesn't want to be. She wants to make sure that her inventory isn't like she's not gonna get dicked over.
Do you have any potions or oils or anything that does special stuff? Not healing, not poison, not boring stuff. I need like something a little special.
Movement.
Maybe.
Well, I've got an ointment that's supposed to help remove Planet's warts relatively fast.
That's a little boring. I need something. Give me this poison. I need something adjacent to, not a step above, not a step below.
Honestly, that was probably the thing I suggested was about saying anything. If you're looking for better quality, is going to cost you. Well, she turns around and looks around. Well, I got this, and she grabs like third shelf to the left. What looks like an empty bottle, but she's like, "I have a potion of invisibility," and she's like, she hands it to you.
Is there actually anything in
There's liquid. It feels like liquid is swishing around here. It looks like an empty container.
This could be useful. How much?
That's going to be 200 gold for that.
I put it down. That's too much. Thank you anyway. We got to get back to calling it.
No.
Thanks for the bullets. Walk out.
Well, if you ever need weapons, please come again. I enjoy your company, though it may be odd when it looks at you. But yeah, action stuff. But come again. Have a good day. Definitely made her day. Even history, she made quite a pretty penny. So. But you guys make your way back, and it's a lot darker, though the way rain is continuous. Still, it's not. It hasn't. It's some spots it's drizzle, some tops it's heavier, some spots it's faster, some spots it's slower. As you go, just a big ass storm that doesn't seem to end. At least within this day. And you get back to Apollyon's, and the giant is a little more. Tell he's not happy about it now. He sits there. Well, he's awake now and expecting you.
Now go in.
All right.
You'll go in.
Should we go in?
Like,
Should we chill out here? Like, what would be better?
Before Iksha goes in, as you guys can. Now, you're welcome to go in, seeing as you're with Iksha. But if you cause a problem, he kind of backs up and cruxes a little bit. And he looks at, like, you can't see, but he's projecting this intimidating aura about him. Is there going to be a problem?
Is there going to be a fight?
An intimidation check.
Hold on.
It's a big yikes for me, dog.
Yeah,
I come out. You guys are all dead.
Okay, what's that do?
Shit. It's not on. Hold on.
Is it a player handbook then? I think that's a Minotaur thing.
Fuck.
That's fine.
Oh wait, do you have this one? No,
You have proficiency in one of the following skills: intimidation or persuasion. So it's just adding your proficiency to your intimidation check.
Okay, yeah.
So go ahead and roll intimidation.
12.
Natural 19. You like puff up your chest thing. You just took on a thing that was about its size. You're like, fuck you. Like you're trying to project it, kind of looks at you. He flicks your nose. You're like, huh, you can stay out here.
Damn it.
Oh no!
Damn it. Fail.
So
You're just too aggressive.
I'm cruel. What do you expect?
So the Drawson kind of barred the rest of getting in through. As Iksha kind of goes away and you kind of take off your robes because they're so falling on his.
Well, all I'm wearing is basically.
Yeah, like it's you took off what you could for exterior and hung it up, but you're still a little
Oh,
soaked,
like
so,
that.
Like that.
So you get up and Apollyon is sitting at his desk, writing away at something with liquid on his a red liquid in a wine glass. And he's scribbling away and he kind of knows. He's like, Iksha, so kind of you to grace me with your presence. And he's got this
Well, yeah,
smirk.
me.
So, I assume because you are gallivanting about, any way you want, you have the 5,000 gold you owe me for
Yeah.
saving your life.
I'm getting there.
Ah, what the hell are you doing? Running
We're
around.
ranting about.
I've got jobs.
All right, lay him on me. I'll get him done.
Where have you
Always do.
been?
Oh, where was it? That precinct 3 was that? Is it
Yeah,
precinct 3? Then we ended up in North
rubble pelts.
Rubble Pelts. Then we can walk back, and then there I am.
What are you doing? From my intel, you are gallivanting around District 10, Precinct 10, yeah, District 10, with a gaggle of morons.
The babble. Thank you. Yeah.
But the Cranko job, I'll just explain the entire. The Cranko job smelled fishy, could be dangerous, so that's why I'm doing it.
A good thing you're telling the truth. You're lucky I care about you so much.
Oh yeah.
You're very valuable to me. But I don't like when you run around, especially put yourself in such dangerous circumstances. Costs me money.
Well, if I die, just floating here with no legs or something.
You're much more valuable to me alive. I saved your life after all.
Yeah.
I do not risk my life, vagabond. But you need to understand, I am the man that saved your life. I pulled you from depths of darkness. Who knows what could have happened had you not been in my care?
Well, I'd be a dead spirit. I know what would happen. You don't need to know that info.
What are you doing, podcast?
I'm just checking something.
You don't need to know what items I have.
But
Orzhov, I'm supposed to freaking know it.
you tell me you're looking for this Nazi's van. Because you are running around, I could not help but look around too. Like I said, you are lucky you're telling me the truth right now. As a thrall kind of step out from the desk and pour a little bit more of the very viscous red liquid into his glass. You end like him. But you
Jesus, that's actually kind of.
mentioned that teleportation magic and doing my own research into this Nazi's van. He's doesn't seem to be the smartest, no, in most of the things. So
Didn't get that.
I think you are onto something, but what? Do not say. But it did remind me in my vast collection about some ancient magics. And he kind of motions up, and you see a wing troll kind of from the rafter down and grab a book from one of the from his big collection, pull it over and hand it to him. Flies back up.
Standing for me.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
awkward.
No. But there are some. Luckily, I'm a collector of knowledge in many things, and so there are some, not definite, some rumors, but there seems to be some magic that kind of correlates to what this Nazius Ven is looking for.
Plane hopping stuff.
It says something similar along those lines, but this knowledge is a little bit beyond me, my time, and it is, who can say if it's anything who. For this knowledge, because it seems like a good opportunity for me in some more monetary value. I need you to do something.
Can't say no. What is it?
All right. Well, while you were away, apparently that fat human Gastro, him, he was assassinated, and he is currently under investigation. Place is currently under investigation. He got into the midst of some people that but I cannot have authorities looking into me. I, after all, am a respected businessman, not anything else. So, he, like any good businessman, he kept a ledger. You to steal it from me.
Alright, where is he? Or where was he?
Well, it said that he kept his, like the fat pig he was, kept his home. This is about 30 minutes north of you, just past the Augustine. What the fuck is the old fountain?
Grand Arbiter.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
And it's
Augustine. No, it's Augustine Park. Damn it! I know what you're talking.
here. He tells you it's basically like past that by 30.
It's
45
past
minutes.
New. Isn't it past?
Yes.
It's past the. Yeah, it's past New.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Sorry, there's a map. There's a literal map.
it is past New Prov, about 30, 45 minutes. Is doesn't have a great landscape, but big ass mansion like the big Gastro. Kind of fitting, actually. Gastro.
It's a Castro's. What?
Damn you,
Why?
Fidel!
Yeah. Why? Why would you do that?
But you have a little bit of time. It is patrolled by Azorius soldiers, and luckily for us, they take forever because of bureaucracy. So
friends with an Azorius. Maybe.
who knows? But I do have the blueprints of
Whoa!
his house.
Oh God!
Should
Oh no!
that's way. So, but there is
Is there no first floor?
and you'll see. But lost my damn train of thought. Luckily, because of the Azorius, you have about a week's time before they really dive down. It should be. They are patrolling around. And the fat fool, he had servants like me, so be aware of that. You have a little time, but I recommend doing it hastily, getting in, get that ledger out.
You know what the ledger looks
How the fuck would I know? I hit the It is going most likely to be a big book full of names and numbers. That's in Autumn.
He probably has.
You're not
like?
there.
Alright.
I know.
Pleasure as always.
Big Shaw, not friendly.
I never have.
Or valuable, but not invaluable. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes see a little bit of the fluid kind of is demonstrated for sure.
Mm-hmm. More grossed out than scared, but I'll leave.
So while this is going on, what are you guys doing?
Fighting a giant.
Yeah. No.
No, you could do it. Go for it. I dare you. So, what are you guys doing while Eggshaw is inside?
Not fucking with the bodyguard because that's a bad idea.
Be bad.
You guys not gonna talk to each other or nothing?
I guess we could talk. What do you guys want to talk about?
So, how's your nurse druid friend person? What's her name? What was her name? Like, seriously,
What? You're really quiet. I can't hear you.
person who healed you, how's she doing?
Oh, Lunette?
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't talked to her since I talked to her. I assume good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We should probably go see her, you know.
So it's about 10 minutes of such riveting conversation.
I'm just awkward.
Stuff like that where everybody takes a turn asking a random question that nobody really wants to talk about at the seeing as they're sitting in this rain. Like a giant that's sitting there, kind of every question he gets a little more disgruntled and fucking stuff. Eggshaw finally emerges from the side entrance. He's like, fucking finally, get the fuck out of here.
Let's go to. Where would be the cheap bar?
Cheap bars?
Kind of in the direction, if there are.
Towards New Prop?
If there are.
No, this is basically precinct.
I'll keep in mind too. Precinct 2 is where they resort a lot.
Just open my Heist there.
No. No.
So, what are you guys doing?
Looking for a cheap bar.
Cheap bar. That's gonna be south.
I guess an inn. The place that would have both. So we can stay nice somewhere. Okay. I'll tell as we start walking. I'll just be like, well, I have to steal some shit.
Some shit from where?
A mansion up north of the north of New Pride.
A mansion in North and near New.
Oh yeah. Controlled by Azarius, full of servants and guards, probably.
Just so you know,
Maybe
we're
some
not gonna be a
traps.
fool.
Oh,
Trying
that's
to get
on
your
my.
signet. Your freaking signet. Wait, your insignia.
I don't care. My insignia. We've got an Azorius buddy right here. He can get us in.
Hopefully.
So,
Like, so what exactly are we getting?
What are you trying to steal?
Yeah,
It's a book.
a book.
That's all you have.
I have more. But I'm worried telling you guys will get.
Well, if you're going to steal,
Hold on. Before I left Apollyon's, I would have asked him if he wanted me to like send him reports on what I'm doing, so he's not all whiny next time I see him. I wouldn't have said the last part.
obviously.
So you don't- Dick.
He's like, what'd you just say? Shall
Reports would not be unappreciated, especially with somebody so valuable in my.
About every 2 days, 3 days, 3 days, you send one of these flying fucks.
Flying
How are they to find you? District 10 is pretty big. Unless you want one trailing you all the time.
Would you trust these reports in the mail?
I guess not. But you'll have
That
But-
servant found me just fine.
coincidental from last sightings. But I can have an spirit follow you around and report back when necessary. But it is not to help you. It is my possession.
I don't
You do
even
not have
see
this
it-
right.
If I don't even see it, the better. No, that's why I would have left.
All right.
Then, blah, 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 fast forward.
All right. So, you'll honestly.
I can't remember the name of that one shitty bar. I wrote it somewhere.
The Chester,
Uh,
Gentle Jester,
No. Was that it?
or the one like the very first night.
That one was okay. That was
That's
Don't
on
worry,
the
arm
other side of
wrestled.
the fucking.
Alright, arm.
That's the Gentle.
Okay.
how far was that?
Looking at the map, it's not too far.
Go there, because we can get a room there, right? That's where we woke up.
Yes.
Okay. Because it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's you got there around 5. Yeah, it's 5:30 around there. So, and it'll take you about 30 minutes to get to from it today. To the Gentle Jester.
Okay. We'll get there. Are there any tables in corners away from everybody?
As you get to the Gentle Jester, it's relatively packed. Just people are trying to wait out the rain and not be out as much as possible. Some people are eating, some people are just drinking, trying to pass time. It's not as lively as it's been. There's a flute player sitting on the stage, kind of laying out a mellow
Jazz.
beat. Not jazz, but not anything to kind of rile anybody up, but that's the time. There are a few tables kind of against the wall.
All right, let's just grab a wall table.
All right. As you enter, Chester recognizes, like, good, you've returned. Rash is not currently in. There seems to be a couple of fairies that are taking up her spot, and they're not particularly great at carrying a whole bunch of stuff, but they're zipping around trying to fulfill what they can.
All right, before I pull out the blueprints and lay down I'll grab a drink, sit down, and I'll kind of look around the room. Is there anybody who looks like they're watching us, following us, or listening to us at all?
Make a perception check.
Perception is +3 to 16.
You look around the room and nobody seems to pay attention. A lot of people are just kind of keeping to themselves. They just look like a bunch of people that came in out of the weather.
All right. Well, I'll basically relay what Apollyon told me, minus the fact that it could lead to Apollyon getting in trouble. I'll just be like, it could get me in trouble if this is found. Because I know we have an Azurius in our group. So I'm like, Apollyon told me I could get in some trouble. It's nothing illegal, but it'll complicate us. I'm lying, but you don't know that. So we need to not break in. It's totally legal because he's dead, and
There's a vacancy in his house.
yeah, exactly. We're looking to buy and clear it out of any evil servants.
Oh. It's not sketchy at all.
Well, it totally is. But are you guys in? I have to do this regardless.
Sure.
Well, if you leave us on our own, we'll just have really talk. So I guess we're in.
Yeah, it makes us realize we don't really know anything about each other.
Yeah. Oh, and if you care, he knows something about teleportation, a book, and all this garbage. But this is the price.
You couldn't have led with that?
I forgot that was important. I forgot that was important.
What? You didn't even. This could have been illegal, and we still would have got if you just led with that.
Hey, I was making sure you were down to clown.
But fine, yeah, you know what? I'm in.
It's a little breaking and entering. It's a little maybe shooting who are trying to kill us.
Well, isn't it more sneaking than it is shooting? Like, ideally?
It'll start out sneaking. Well, first we have to get her past the Azurius trying to investigate his. Because I would have told you he was murdered. assassinated. Was what's his name?
Gastro?
Gastro, was he Orzhov?
Yes.
Okay.
He was. You've heard of him a couple times. If there was a major social event Apollyon had to go to, Gastro was there or would show up on occasion.
So he was all higher up.
Yeah, and
Working in
Apollyon
his fucking house.
hated him. Apollyon hated him. He is a fat bastard. By the summation of what you can gather, the nicest thing that Apollyon has said is that he was a fat bastard.
Well, if we're down, I've got the plans to the house. And I'll post them in the chat so everyone can see it.
Yeah, it's our only lead, so.
Yeah, it'll get us somewhere. I don't want to go there now at night because it'll look kind of suspicious.
You're right. I'd rather break into some of these houses in the day.
At least expecting it. No.
You're right.
Trigger, you're Azorius. Can you get us past the guards?
I think it depends whose house it is.
If I say it's Gastro, would any of them potentially be able to know that? Like, how big of an...
It's not like he is among like the Obsidian Council or anything like that. Like he's not a well-known priest or banker. You know him because Apollyon is of him, but you never actually met him. And so, yeah, Shigori would have no idea who Gastro is.
I say it's Gastro, some Orzhov douchebag. He was killed for some Orzhov plot, or someone had a problem with him.
I can try. I cannot promise anything, though.
Cool. I'll lay out the plans. I just posted them in the chat. It's taking a minute because it's a lot of... It's 4 pictures.
Interwebs.
So the second floor is technically the first floor then?
Yes.
Okay. Looking at the pictures from top to bottom is basement, first floor, second floor, third floor, and a little bit of the roof.
And it's very, like, looking at the...
How many feet per room? It's huge!
It's fucking... But,
50,000 square foot home.
yeah, it's... There's no details. You can see, like, walls, floors, some kind of stabilizing structure, but it is very bare bones from the blueprints you're given.
All right, let's check these out.
It's a massive house.
Holy crap. What the hell are we here to steal?
A book.
Just a book.
This dude could have like 10 libraries.
That's why I asked what it looked like. All I know is it's a big book. It's a ledger. It has names, dates.
Okay, so most likely like in an office or, locked away in a safe or something like that. Not an obvious, just like a random ass book in a library.
No.
Or it could be secret rooms and stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
Does this look like building blueprints or just like drawn up?
Building blueprints.
Oh.
This was trying to transpose like actual blueprints from a house that was on sale that's considered a mansion, quote unquote, plus adding a level to it, and then putting it on graph paper so I know how to fucking map it out. But your version in game is an actual blueprint.
I was gonna say there's far less hallways than the last few maps, so I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm assuming because it's his house, we're probably not going to really be dealing with like booby traps. Hopefully.
At least not on the main floor. Because looking at the main floor, I could surmise that room with the 8 pillars in it is where the events are held. Oh my god. So I'm guessing we probably won't even have to deal with the basement or the first floor unless there's a
Point of entry.
that or a vault or something down there.
That's good. That's good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
Tough.
from what Iksha has told you, and he kind of like, Polyon says that, and Trigor, you can kind of affirm that because of the bureaucracy of Azorius, you have about a week before the Azorius really dig into the investigation. Right now, they have it set up so that nobody disturbs it. But that means you have a window to kind of prep in gathering things that might aid you in this current mission, should you choose to take that opportunity.
Should have bought the invisibility. Oh well. We're good.
All right.
Well, should we get some rest and then first thing in the morning try to at least get to the house? Mansion?
Yes,
Yeah.
probably the best.
Finish my drink. No, I'll buy the rooms or rent the rooms.
Okay.
What would I be spending for all this?
So for the drink, it was like over, but how many rooms are you getting?
How many are available?
I asked Chester, and he's like, well, about 5 rooms available.
And how much per round?
About 2 gold per room.
All right.
We need all 5 rooms.
Can give him a gold break.
Yeah, he takes the gold, gives you back 9 silver, and then the
10 gold.
Yeah.
And I give him the silver. 230 gold and silver. I have no small, but
I am trying to break it down. Understanding
It's also just
costs
funny
and
that I
such.
don't. I'm just.
You also need us to like cover things. I'm not spending a lot of money here. I'm not buying weapon potions.
I have so much money right now.
So if you want us to pay for it, we can.
Yeah.
After he's already bought the room.
Well, yeah.
Iksha
It's
kinda
also
I mean, we
it's
could
a
like
morally dubious mission, and Iksha would know that you guys are probably not into morally dubious. So greasing the glide into it is a little bit benefit.
all right, well,
So, you guys buy the room. Who is staying? You have 5 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does everybody just takes a room?
I guess so.
Someone's just like, "Nah, I'll stay in yours." Fuck off.
There's a couple of you that have double beds that were available, but you guys took it out and kind of rented out the rest of what Chester
Look at
had.
each one. Look at the nicest one and give the keys to the others.
All right, it's a queen size bed. It's a little bit. It's not as dingy as some others.
Better than the tent I was sleeping in.
Absolutely. So, and Kazan, you kind of immediately comfortable. It's a little too soft for your liking, especially getting 2 nights. But you guys sleep peacefully. The storm inevitably passes over. There's the next morning. The tail end of it is to the far east. It's big, but the day is yours. What are you guys doing?
What? Where are we? What province are we in? I know it's not
We're
province, but
currently in precinct 1.
precinct 1.
Yeah, just south of the office of the Guild Pact.
So we're kind of to the mansion ish.
It'll take you about to get back to Apollyon. Take you hour or 30 minutes, 45. So total, it'll be like.
Okay.
So you don't have to kind of deviate from the path to it.
So, Gregory, I'm gonna until we get in the mansion. I think so that the Azorius patrol or patrols, guards, whatever, actually think this is an Azorius thing. If that's okay with you, that way it's. If they tell us we can't go in, we'll sneak in.
That's fine.
Cool.
Yes. No.
I like
For
it.
now.
So it takes you. You guys got up at around. It takes you about an hour to get there. So you arrive at, and it's. You can tell that like these mansions are for the more wealthy. Seeing as they don't have like extravagant. They're not on top of the hills, right? But they definitely have their own little property that kind of separates them out from the rest. And they're very luxurious. They are fine materials, stone, brickwork, metals, decorative stuff. And then you finally reach the house and what you believe it to be, when you arrive, there is immediately the gate kind of separating it out is closed. About 50 feet in, you can see it start. It's that weird mansion where the basement is kind of forced because it's built up. There's a giant. From your viewpoint, there's a giant stairway that kind of correlates with this that goes up that little hill.
Okay.
Identifies that is the first floor. It is a massive, imposing building. Then you were right in your summation. Is that towards that big portion to the left is got windows, and you can see pillars that are a little hard, but it resembles a ball.
Okay.
So, but it was clearly in the possession of somebody who was related, as there are symbols correlating to the guild about it. It is black, white, and gold trim. It's a nice building by all accounts, but you can definitely see there's a couple of Azuri are walking the grounds. One is standing in front of the front doors. Yeah. And the gates are closed right now.
Guard at the gate.
Yes.
So
It's a Azurius arrestor.
are you taking the lead or am I taking the lead?
For now, because I want the Azurius Azurius thing.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
then
I'll take off everything Orzhov related. Put it in my bag.
Okay. That'll take you about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Would have done it.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to the guard.
All right. He noticed you approaching with everybody else, I assume, is with you. Yes?
Yep.
Yep.
He's kind of
Um,
unmoving with a very stern face on his
Face.
yeah, very stern look on his face.
On his face. He's got faces on faces.
I'm going to ask him if he will step aside. I have a. Oh, before we go up, actually, can I real quick with my and papers and stuff that I have in my backpack? Can I write like what would it be called?
Like a warrant?
Yeah, warrant.
Mm.
Search warrant. I'll help. I'll get over his shoulder. All right. We're searching for evidence of this. Authorized by whoever killed the guy is.
I want it to be from Judge Nit. I wanted to basically say that this is a search warrant and a training exercise for me and to show people from the outside how we do a couple searches of houses
Hey.
after.
Can I help with that?
Yeah, I guess. So, make it just a straight dexterity check with advantage.
Yes.
Team.
Okay. So you ride out and with Ikshar kind of providing aid of what would knowing your background and Ikshar kind of making sure that the wording is spot on for kind of what you're looking for. You write what looks like to be a handwritten of a legal document to stating what you want to do. So
Make sure you give it a seal.
Oh, I have one. I have wax.
Ooh.
I think I have a seal.
Professional forgery here.
That's gonna be like fancy bitch.
Ooh.
In forgery tools.
I doubt it.
yeah, no.
That +2 would have been at a 20.
So yeah, as you do this, and then you approach the guard.
Yeah, I want to approach guard. I don't want to give this paper to him unless he asks for it.
Okay.
Mm.
So I just want to try to tell him why we're there.
So as you
Here,
approach,
because-
he asked you, "Well, may state your name and business at the property."
My name is Trigorve. You might have heard of my father, Varys. I'm here by the orders of Judge Nit. We are here to search the property and look to see if we can find anything, look to see if I can learn anything. I am one of his students. And these are the people that I am trying to show. We're trying to show a little bit more of what the Azuris do, try to get some of these other guilds on our side, try to teach them the ways of the law.
As you say that, he kind of looks back. He's like, "Make a persuasion check with disadvantage."
$13.
Right. And he looks back at you. Your name is Trigori.
Trigorve. Father is Varusve.
Varsve, the politician.
Correct.
Right. Well, unfortunately, son, this is not a school field trip. And I'm going to have to ask you to vacate the premises.
This is on the orders of Judge Nit.
Oh, sure, I believe you. Now, if you would please vacate before I have to arrest.
Can I show him the paper?
You pull out the paper and you hand it to him. He looks at it, he's like, pretty good. But I was wondering why you were standing there for a couple of minutes in a huddled group. And I can see
here. We would have had him do it like at the
didn't say.
thing.
Shit.
Say that I was gonna fix my crossbow or my loader.
Didn't say. So
Yeah.
So, you have now provided me with evidence that you are forging documents, falsifying, and pretending to be someone else. Now, I'll give you maybe students of some sort, or you're trying to educate the Corsaps, but my patience grows very thin. Now, I will give you one last shot to vacate the premises, or I will have you arrested.
Have a good day.
How big is the fence around this place?
It maintains about a 50-foot radius across. It's about 10 feet high with a brick base, so that's like 3.
So like metal bars or
Yeah, the total feet of it is like that, like cobblestone-esque net coming to a trapezoid.
Oh.
What do you get up? Going down. And then the rest of it is bars that are, they got about like a 6-inch gap in between each bar. That kind of encompasses the entirety of the radius.
As we were walking up, did we see any other patrols around?
Besides the regular, the more the location is more has more than it is
Do they look like they're inside or just on the outside?
the perception check.
15.
As Chigori is kind of talking, you're watching. You can kind of see there are a few guards stationed outside. You do notice that a guard just popped his head up on. So from your perspective, third floor is a veranda, a giant veranda on top of the building that's got like a little bit of green stuff. What you can see, kind of like think of a little computer up there, and a guard is kind of popped up too. It looks like there are at least guards outside and inside.
That's this one here.
Yes.
Well, we'll back off. We'll.
Yeah, Chigori comes back and he's like, "You fucking watch, you do it."
Charm person would be nice, but I think I'll fail that.
We tried.
So one thing is, I can become really small and easily sneak in between a 6-inch gap. So, but I'm just trying to figure out if is there anything around that looks like a weekend bar that like could be gnawed at, or is there any like locks or anything that I could pick at? Like, is there any way that I could, after I get in, that I could get them in?
From your current perspective, you only see there's a giant fence that gives like a 50 radius around the entire house itself, but your only perspective is from basically the front. It is currently.
So should we kind of walk around, do maybe a little far off, so no one suspects us? What kind of
Yeah, that's what I was going to
the
suggest.
property?
Yeah, let's go out of sight of this guy, and then we'll come back somewhere else and just do a walk around.
So
Yeah,
it'll,
do we see any weak spots?
We're not going to go like 10 feet away from the gate lagoon.
no, yeah. So as you approached, you noticed that the gaps started to get wider, like the gaps in between the houses started to get smaller and smaller, and basically the houses occupied more space and space as you got to this point. And so it'll take you about 10 minutes to go back to where there's a big enough gap where there seems foot traffic allowing through, like a side alley. And as you go around it and try to make your way back, there's just of large houses that are kind of there's a small gap about like 4 feet wide that kind of super narrow, as much space. These people have definitely are taking up as much property as they possibly can. They bought the property, they're going to utilize it. It is very similar of, though the fence itself are different of woods, metals, stonework, stuff like that. They're still fucking tall and still like kind of like keeping people out.
Well, we'll go back out of sight.
Yeah.
Just look for anywhere. Sneak in. Not anything.
Since you said
Yeah, I want to see if there's any weak spots.
Okay.
I also have a grappling hook, so if there's anywhere out of sight of guard, over.
I got a potion of jump.
So I need everybody to make stealth checks.
Yeah.
16.
17.
Cool. 19.
Yeet. 16.
All right.
Good overall.
Not too bad. So you guys kind of navigate around, making sure to kind of avoid. You kind of get a pattern that it's about 5 feet in between guard, at least a couple of guards passing on the exterior. Coilat, I need you to make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, 3.
This place is pretty good and tight and locked up.
All right.
Though you can get through with your mouse phone, it's gonna be a lot tougher, especially for the stature of Orzhov.
Yep.
But
Is there any? From where did we come? Basically, we were here.
you came in from this way.
This way.
This way. So you came in from
Oh,
Pink.
we're on this side now.
Yeah, you came in from Pink, went back.
Well,
around,
yeah, the
and you
gate.
came
I
in.
made it was like here somewhere.
Yes,
We came here, and then now where are
back
Oh,
here
okay,
about
we? So
Um,
from this point, are there any guards within view?
yeah, actually, you see a couple of guards. So there's ones that are kind of walking the perimeter. There is there is a lower patio going into this, or like kind of walking this area, and then you see a couple of guards on the patio up, just above them, and it's kind of a wall up.
Well, one person getting in isn't. It's mainly Trasa.
Yeah.
Getting a Minotaur in.
One can sneak in. Well, I can sneak pretty well.
I can create fog cloud and at least kind of obscure our way in.
That might help. What time of day is it? Like 10 a.m. or something?
It's about 9:30.
I was like, although I guess it would be really weird if the fog just arbitrarily appear in the middle of the day.
Yeah, during the day, this may not be
Is it
possible.
still
since we can't
raining?
just walk
Is it
in.
still...
No, the last of the rain is to the east.
I was gonna say if it was still raining, we could get away. Just in
Yeah,
case.
that's How's my warlock?
Your damn warlock.
And I've got a potion of jump. If
That helps you. I'm trying to think of a way to get Droshan in the building without being seen. Because I can get in fairly. Is there any shrubbery or any like trees or anything between us and the house?
Yeah, it's fairly spaced out, decorative shrubbery and like skinny plants or skinny trees. But kind of looking at it, there's pretty decent, especially on the west side. Well, just northwest, east side. So on the east side.
East side, there's decorative bullshit everywhere.
Yeah. Like that's the safest bet. There's stuff all around, but this one has one that gets close enough to the
I could easily get in. Colette could easily get in. Pavlish could easily get in if it was night. Cast your spell. I'm just worried about draws. Chidori should be okay. He was so big.
Do we just split up?
Is there a guard rotation?
I would assume so. What is to the east? Just another.
Yes. And to the west. And to the north.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, should we wait for night? Keep an eye on this place. What's to the south? What's the nearest thing? Like building to the south?
This is basically a resident, super urban area. Like, think Cherry Creek. There's decent houses that kind of, there's not a whole bunch. Like, there's clearly businesses more to the south or to the south after New Prof. This is resident.
Any for sale houses? No. I was gonna say break into one and watch that. Well, should we just come back just after nightfall and watch the guard rotation? Because we have a week, so we can scope this place out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Think we could pick up any like invisibility potions like that?
Well, we know of one place to get one, but it was 250 gold.
Ooh.
200.
It's 200 gold. Well, let's go back to an inn. Not an inn, just a bar.
I mean, we could always try a different guard too at some point, but
True.
I mean, that guard was pretty not friendly.
Yeah, pretty not friendly.
Or a
Pretty
bowl.
not friendly.
I will save you time and tell you that he would relay that information to the next guard.
It's kind of what I figured. But the charm person's always there.
That only lasts a little bit, and I think I would.
It's an hour, but I mean, it would be. You'd have to basically know where the book is.
Yeah.
And if I did it to say the front guard and another guard sees us and comes up,
Yeah.
we'd be screwed at that point too. So long run probably wouldn't work.
We'll go back to the gentle jester. And I guess just wait for nightfall.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way back. It takes you another hour. After surveilling, it's 11 in the morning. Not as busy. Some people are kind of trickling in the brunch. Chester's actually not in this morning, but Gordy and Rash are. Gordy is at the end of the bar where he's typically been sitting. Rash is just kind of cleaning a table when you guys arrive. Rash is, oh, you guys have returned. Anything I can help you with? Any food, drink?
Yeah, I'll get food, but well, no, I won't spend money. I'll just act like I'm reading or something. I still have the books. I'll just like open it, just not read. Basically, just pass time till night. Oh, I'll fix my thing.
Okay. Make a tinker check, dexterity.
Yeah,
I'll get
proficiency. Oh, mine with a natural one.
That's fucking, it's jammed. It's jammed good. You don't know, even like in your.
I'll go find. Just wait here. I'm just gonna go get this thing fixed. I'll go find space. The goblin.
I can't think of your fucking name. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
It's because it's such a goofy name for a goblin. The Khan.
Con, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna go do that. What are the?
How long do we have?
It's about 11 in the morning, and it won't get dark
Or-
until like 6, 7.
We're in 7, 8 hours.
We kill time for 8 hours. Okay. Well,
Can I go see if anybody knows anything about the Serpentine Owl?
Yes, you can. 1 second, just so I can. Bill, Bablish, Colette, are you guys doing anything?
How close is the library to here?
To here, it'll be about 2 hours.
Oh,
You got to go like west by northwest.
You guys have 8 pretty much.
Yes.
We probably shouldn't wait till it's like we should probably wait till probably 9ish.
Yeah.
so I'm actually gonna go to the library, and I'm street.
Okay.
Okay.
Bablish, what are you gonna do?
Well, I guess as the one that's not leaving, I'm going to.
Your audio cut out.
Oh, I'm going to stay at the bar and eat so that we at least keep track of where everybody's going.
Okay.
Yes,
Jonathan, what are you
I would
doing?
eat too.
You're gonna eat. Okay.
We'll
Nice.
just meet up here at the bar when just around like 8. Let's say. Let's meet up here.
Okay. I guess let me ask you guys this. Or do you guys want to continue going?
What time is it?
12.
Yeah.
Moody
Yeah,
is
call it.